Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm Davey, this is Josh, and it's Thanksgiving, a time for familyness, time to get together, share a meal, and wonderment.
Dude, this is like the first time you've had me over filming these.
That's because we were never filming these before. I didn't need you back then. Now shut up and eat your turkey.
The turkey's dry.
Shut up and eat the turkey.
Can I at least have some gravy?
Gravy is for winners! They
They
are
are
Joshua,
Joshua,
and they are David, and they are brothers, not lovers. Hi, I'm Davey, and I'm awesome. And this is Josh, the Film Bestie. And
No, I'm the Film Bestie. I'm Josh.
And we're brothers, not lovers. And this is How Dare You. This is where Josh and I like to take shows and movies that we grew up loving, that the majority of people out there didn't really care for, and bashed mercilessly. And we defend them. So first on the agenda, one of our favorite movies from when we were teenagers. A movie that came out when a studio gave Gene Simmons from Kiss a ton of money and said, here, make a few movies. First one he made? Detroit Rock City.
Gene Simmons made that?
He was a producer, I believe. And it stars Edward Furlong.
Oh yeah, he was the guy from the fourth Crow movie.
You serious? John Connor from Terminator 2, and you're gonna remember him from Crow Wicked Prayer?
What's Terminator 2?
The story is four teenagers who are obsessed with Kiss back in the 70s, like most teenagers were, trying to get to a show in Detroit.
This was before RoboCop patrolled the streets.
No, it wasn't.
I thought this was based in the 70s.
It's not. Shut up! Problem is, though, is that one of the teenagers, his mother, is a very zealot Christian who thinks that Kiss is the devil. Like a lot of people did back in the 70s, they thought Kiss was devil music. She burns their tickets, so now they have to go and find a way to get to the show. But see, back in the 70s, there was this big old feud between people who liked straight up rock music and disco.
Guess who won that feud?
Yeah, but it was funny how naive it was when the kids thought,
If it's one thing Kiss will never do, it's a bit discos.
that'll work out for you.
Worked out for Gene Simmons. He's married to Shannon Tweed.
The movie has the best line written in any movie ever.
Please, sir, don't kick my ass. I'll do anything to get out of a beating.
It also has a kid who explores himself in a very unlikely place.
I just lost my virginity in a confessional booth! Lord have mercy!
Of course, the character he lost his virginity to was played by Melanie Linsky, whom most of you will remember from 2.5 Men. She played the crazy girl Rose.
Oh, she was in a lot of stuff. She's a wonderful actress. She doesn't get the place she deserves.
That is true. If we ever did overrated, underrated on actors and actresses, she'd be underrated. Especially if you're considering, I don't know if you know this, she's British.
Showed her boobs in a few movies.
Another way, though, you can tell that Gene Simmons was a part of it is it does have a cameo by Shannon Tweed. But overall, this movie was bashed because they said that it was a stupid concept. Because it's not that big a deal that these kids were going to miss out on a concert. Well, I hate to break it to you, when you're a teenager and you haven't gone out and had real problems, like trying to get the rent paid or the electric staying on, things like that, not being able to go to a concert is a real problem to you.
This is pre-internet days. They didn't have much else to do. You had to fight for your right to party.
That was in the 80s. So therefore, those of you who love to bash one of the funniest movies ever made by one of the best bands ever to live, Kiss, how dare you?
How dare you? You know why they're called Star Wars? They're wars in the stars.
For our next How Dare You, Black Sheep.
Yeah, got a lot of black sheep in my closet.
Did they eat the skeletons? Black Sheep, a movie starring Chris Farley and David Spade. The reason this movie was incessantly bashed is because people were like, oh, David Spade, Chris Farley, getting into hijinks. David Spade is the straight man, Chris Farley is the goofball. Isn't this just Tommy Boy done again? No. There was a lot of differences between Black Sheep and Tommy Boy. Both great movies, both really funny, both starring David Spade and Chris Farley, of course.
Chris Farley in this one was, fat and goofy.
Right.
Falling down all the time.
Yes.
And David Spade was snarky.
Yeah.
Straight-laced.
Yeah.
Always trying to get the job done.
Yeah.
And sometimes getting pissed on by society.
Yeah.
Tommy Boy.
Totally different.
Very different. Very different.
This one,
David Spade had his hair in this one.
yes, he didn't have a toupee.
Chris Farley didn't have a girl in this one.
No, there's no love interest for Chris Farley.
And they both pointed out why roads, is a funny word.
It is a freaky word. Kind of like when you're going the speed limit. That's another one of those freaky words. But seriously, Tommy Boy and Black Sheep, well, having a lot of similarities. Tommy Boy didn't have Gary Busey.
I love me some Busey.
Everybody loves Busey. Crazy bastard. But seriously, the difference is in Tommy Boy, they're trying to save the day for somebody buying out Tommy's father's company. In this one, they're trying to save Tommy's brother from losing an election for governor.
Way different.
Way different. Different hijinks. Different situations. For example, there's a point where a big fridge falls on Chris Farley's character and he's got a bowl of chocolate pudding in his underpants.
They didn't have pudding. Look, all I'm saying is people had to make this movie because people love David Spade and Chris Farley.
And we didn't get enough of them.
They go together like peas and carrots. David Spade was Chris Farley's Jenny. I'm still convinced that David Spade got raped by him.
But ultimately, okay, maybe they were very similar. But you know what? After Tommy Boy, we all wanted more. And we got more. And instead of being grateful that we got more, everybody had to bash and get on them like, oh, you did the same thing again. Who cares? Okay? If it works, do it again. And again, and again, and again, and again.
If they had just done that with the other sequels to Die Hard, would have worked. It would have worked with this.
And who knows, maybe if David Spade and Chris Farley kept making movies like Tommy Boy, maybe Chris Farley would be alive today.
I doubt it.
Probably not, no.
He's dead?
Yes.
Oh.
First Chris Farley, then Harold. Only Adam Sandler never wrote a song about Harold.
Oh, God. How many more people died off SNL?
Phil Hartman?
Oh. At least we still have John Belushi.
Sure do. So therefore, those of you who bash Black Sheep, how dare you?
Yeah, you know what I like?
Hmm.
Cuties.
Oh, I love Cuties.
Yeah, Cuties is great.
Great. Fantastic.
So firm and juicy. Makes my mouth watering just looking at them sometimes.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah. Some cuties. By the way, did you hear about that movie that was causing controversy on Netflix about the kids dancing?
Oh, God. That was so sick.
Right? For our next How Dare You, we're once again going to How Dare You a TV show. TV show that did not last long, did not get a lot of play, was on at a crappy time.
Like past, 10 o'clock.
Yeah. A TV show so good, it should have revived Fred Savage's career.
And those of you who don't know who he is, he was the boy from the Wonder Years,
Yes.
which also starred Olivia Diabo.
Years later, he grew up, needed a new show, got one, very funny, but nobody would watch it. They would only bash the show working.
Oh, such a good show.
It really was. It was so funny, very original. Although the last season they kept trying to change everything around so much that it got to a point it didn't make any sense. But basically, the show, in a nutshell, was just the hijinks of Fred Savage's character, Matt Pizer, trying to make it with some dignity and integrity in a working class office. And what is that?
Nothing?
What is that? What?
Oh, dude.
Give it to
come
me. I hate Ken Lindsay. I hate Ken Lindsay. I hate Ken Lindsay. I hate Ken Lindsay. I love Ken Lindsay. I love Ken Lindsay. Mrs. Ken Martinez. Mrs. Joshua Lindsay. Wow. Saw a new range of emotions out of you, Josh.
I'm confused.
And I will say, in my opinion, the best character in this TV show, it wasn't Matt Pizer, but John Delaney.
Yeah, he was good and all, but I like Debbie Mazur. She's got that fun accent.
She was only in, like, part of the first season, though. Then they quickly replaced her. That was really why it ended up getting canceled, is because they couldn't get anybody to watch it. Nobody wanted to, so they kept changing things in the middle of the show that made it inconsistent to the point that, yeah, even people like me who like the show were like, okay, I don't want to watch this anymore because it's not even close to what it started out as. But they wouldn't have done that if you people would have just taken the time to sit down and enjoy a quality TV show. But no. You were too busy watching a show that was already past its prime, like The Simpsons.
It's exactly what happened to Cop Rock.
But how dare you?
It's
a wonderful day for
pie.
For our last How Dare You, a movie that came out when we were teenagers that we thought was really funny and very entertaining, based off an 80s cartoon. Although this one didn't have any cats. Josie and the Pussycats.
Dude, didn't we, like, film Josie and the Pussycats for the Thanksgiving show before we did all the December Christmas stuff?
Shut your dirty mouth. Josie and the Pussycats, starring Rachel Lee Cook, Rosario Dawson, and Tara Reid. You know what, Josh? Tara Reid started out as a hot young starlet, but then she got implants and a bad tummy tuck. Then now she'll grow old and die.
At least she won't do any terrible movies about sharks, will she? What's the future like, Davey?
It also has Alan Cumming
And Missy Pyle.
and Parker Posey.
And it has du jour.
Du jour.
Du jour means hygiene.
Du jour means good reviews.
Du jour means family.
Du jour means great movie.
Du jour means teamwork.
Du jour means a lineup of cameos with Seth Green, Breckin Meyer, and Donald Faison.
Du jour means crash positions.
The movie even had Carson Daly pretending he had a backbone.
Davey,
What?
there's no such thing as Carson Daly. Flat Earthers said so. He's as fake as Australia.
Australia's not a myth! I've seen it! It had the perfect way to express that you're happy.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
It also had the perfect way to scare a girl in that situation.
That's better.
The movie was basically, though, Parker Posey and Alan Cummings work for a record company that is basically taking over the world through subliminal messaging. They're putting the messages in songs that are suggesting things to do by bands to like, trends to follow, even new slang words.
Oh, that's totally jerking.
Dude, It was a movie. It was a joke. We all know that there's no such thing as subliminal messaging.
That was so fetch.
What have I told you about trying to make fetch happen?
You can't censor me, bro.
Oh, really? I can't censor you?
What did you do?
What do you mean, what did I do?
Fish Slurpee.
That's right. I have that now. I can censor you whenever I want, even when you don't say something that's dirty.
So like and subscribe.
We're not there yet. But ultimately, again, this movie was very funny. It had some decent music, some really bad music, some really funny music.
And mushy walls.
The walls are mushy.
But the most important thing about this movie is every time I watch it, I want a Big Mac.
Yeah, me too.
So, if you really just can't get past yourself and enjoy this movie, well then, you know, you, suck.
Du jour means, how dare you?
There,
Hey,
pig!
sorry. Still a pig at me?
So there you have it. There's how dare you. How dare you bash. How dare you bash Detroit Rock City, Black Sheep, Working, and Josie and the Pussycats. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit like,